Good morning, welcome to the news reader. I'm Alejandra and it is a pleasure to stay with you again. This is my partner Alexander. How are you, Alexander?
Good morning, Maria Alejandra. I'm fine. Well, we have a great program today.
Yes, of course. Today we have an interesting program because our reporter Erwin will interview a good Dr. Katia and Oscar present different news about sports.
Hello, Erwin. How are you?
Fine. Well, today we meet Dr. Katia Palacios. Katia has a PhD in Health Administration and Management from the Cayetano Heredia University. She is a resident of the Loaiza Hospital. Today we will talk about vaccines. How do vaccines act in our organism and how effective are they in prevention infections? Good morning, Dr. Katia. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the invitation. Well, first of all, we have to ask ourselves, what are vaccines? Vaccines are the systems that are inserted into the body to activate the body's natural defense, so that it learns to resist a specific infection and strengthen the immune systems.
Excellent. This means that they are inserting the virus into our body and just activating our defense. Could you explain more about how our immune system reacts to the vaccines and how the process of antibody formation works?
After the vaccination, our immune system produces antibodies, just as it does when we are exposed to a disease, with the difference that vaccines contains only killer or weakness microbes, such as a virus or bacteria, and do not cause disease or complications. This means that vaccines first recognize the embodied microbe, remember, virus or bacteria, and then generate antibodies, which are disease-fighting proteins. Remember that our immune system is designed to remember, be getting vaccinated against a disease, we are protected against it.
Excellent. Could the doctor comment on the chips in vaccines conspiracy, which is a much discussed topic at the moment, as many people are afraid that when they get vaccinated, they will get a chip inserted? Please, could you clarify this point for us?
For my part, I can find no connection whatsoever this assumption, which is so wholly debated, because as mentioned before, the only thing that inserted into the body are the substances that contain their or weakness virus or bacteria to build up our defense.
To close our interview, do you think that there will be a phenomenon of mass vaccination creeps in the vaccination process in the population?
The Dean of Medical Association, Miguel Palacios, explained that this is also happening in the medical professions, as there are doctors who are also opposite to receive the Sinovac dose, but he also mentioned that those who refuse to be vaccinated against the coronavirus will change their mind as more people are inoculated, and this will have a knock-on effect.
Thank you very much for the interview, Dr. Katia. We now turn to the deport section of the program. Go here, Oscar.
Thanks for the pass. Now talk about sports. What's happened with Alianza Lima? Alianza Lima will have to play the next year in the second division, after the Peruvian Football Federation rejected Monday all the claims it filed to try to prevent relegation. It's about new for the directive, players, and obviously fans. Well, League One will continue to be on hold. In dialogue with ampliación of RPP, the president of the Council of Ministers, Violeta Bermúdez, explained the situation of soccer and professional sport in general, following the government's decision to extend until February 28 a quarantine period in Lima.
A cidade de luz para Paris. Mais uma falta e eu diria que vai haver mais um cartão. O alvo, Neymar Júnior, como acontece muitas vezes.
Now talk about international football. Neymar started Wednesday. PSG confront Tocayen in the Copa da France match. The Brazilian striker didn't score in his team's 1-0 away win. Was injured shortly before the first leg of the Champions League round of 16 match against Barcelona. Neymar finished the match with a blow to one of his legs, and PSG are worried about his injury. For the moment, there is no medical report from the Parisians, although Caen coach had harsh words.
And here it is, keeper makes the save, ball thumped into the pitch, flag raised, no goal.
Well, Bayern Munich received a second world title after defeating Tigers UNL, thanks to a goal by Benjamin Pavard that required the VAR to validate it. The Phoenix were unable to prevent Bayern Munich from winning their sixth title of the season: German Cup, League, Champions League, German Super Cup, European Super Cup, and finally the Club World Cup, to equal the achieved by Barcelona in 2018.
That was very interesting. In other news, the Sinopharm vaccine finally arrived to Peru and President Sagasti was vaccinated. We hope the second part of vaccine will arrive on Peru on February 13. Other interesting news is about a baby in Singapore who was born with COVID-19 antibodies after his mother overcame the virus during her pregnancy. The mother stated the following: "My doctor suspects that I had transferred my coronavirus antibodies to him during pregnancy." The lady suffered infection in a serious way, but now she's go ahead with her baby. Currently, the World Health Organization is conducting a study to respond to this unusual event.
Another relevant news is that Vizcarra confirmed that he was a volunteer in the clinical trials of the Sinopharm vaccine in October 2020, when he was still president, pointing out the following: "I finally made a brave decision to join the 12,000 volunteers and perform the experimental test. It took place on October 2nd. With this test, phase 3 was completed and the vaccine was approved on December 31st.
Thank you, dear viewers, for joining us today. Please do not go out, take care of yourselves, think about your family. See you tomorrow and have a good day. Goodbye.